Is your overseas virtual assistant your employee? In my last video, that was a question that came up because I had talked about some of the questions you should be asking the service that you're going through to hire your virtual assistant. And that was the first question that came up is, well, wait a minute, what about overseas employees or overseas virtual assistants? So I'm Nancy Schick. I'm an employment attorney and mediator in New York City. And not surprisingly, this is one of the areas that I work in regularly. So the good news for you, if you're looking to hire a virtual assistant who's overseas, in New York, you're probably okay to do that. They're not going to be your employee because New York has pretty long arms as far as jurisdiction, but not overseas, not typically. But in that same conversation, I want you to be thinking about asking these questions. But when you're going to a service, don't assume that if your service is based in New York or New Jersey, Illinois, anywhere in the stateside, that's also where the virtual assistants are based. And why is that important? Because if you are a New York employer and you're hiring somebody in Georgia, and they decide that in the state of Georgia that person is not actually an independent contractor, they might be an employee in the state of Georgia, which means you need payroll in Georgia. You need to follow things like workers' compensation. If there are other labor laws that are applicable in that particular state, you need to know what those are. The last thing you want to do is find out that you got it wrong when you get a penalty notice or some sort of lawsuit. So again, the bottom line is you want to do your due diligence, even when you're hiring somebody you think is going to be an independent contractor. If you're not sure, you are based in New York or you're hiring workers in New York, then I invite you to hit that consultation link below. And in the meantime, keep listening with your third ear for those hurts you can heal.